Hi everyone! Welcome to Tot Time Tuesday Storytime. My name is Emily and I'm an environmental educator here at Clay Pit Ponds State Park Preserve. Are you ready for story time? If you're ready for story time, sit down quietly on your story time rug and get ready to dance and sing about evergreen trees. But first, let's do our hello song. Ready? We clap to say hello. We clap to say hello. With our friends in story time, we clap and say hello. We wave to say hello. We wave to say hello. With our friends in story time, we wave and say hello. We stomp to say hello. We stomp to say hello. With our friends in story time, we stomp and say hello. Great job, everyone! This week, we're learning about evergreens. Can you all say evergreen? Say evergreen. 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 Great. Can you say evergreen really loudly? Evergreen. Can you say it really quietly? Evergreen. Can you say evergreen in a sing-song voice for the holidays? Evergreen. Great. Can you say evergreen really cold because you're cold out because it's winter time? Evergreen. Great job. Evergreen trees are trees that don't lose their leaves in the winter. So they keep their leaves on the tree and they don't drop them, even when it gets cold out. For example, is this pine tree clipping. Pine trees have these needles. Those needles are their leaves, and they keep their leaves on during winter. So other trees, like maple trees, will drop their leaves, but evergreens keep their leaves on. So pine trees are an example, as well as firs, spruces, and even palm trees are evergreens because they keep their leaves all year round. Great. Let's pretend to be evergreens. To do this, we're gonna stand up. Ready? You're gonna stand up and do what I do. Okay, let's pretend to be evergreen trees. Can you stand up and grow up nice and big and tall and strong like an evergreen tree? And then stick out your branches and make a little triangle shape. Evergreen trees that grow in cold places will often be shaped like this to help the snow fall off the branches. That way the leaves can soak up that sun. Can you pretend to shake snow off of your branches? A wind is coming through and shaking that snow off. Great! Some evergreens, known as conifers, will drop cones that are their seeds, like these pine cones. Can we pretend to be pine cones? Let's make our bodies short and squat and put a little point to them. Great, good pine cones. Pine trees are also great trees for climbing. Let's pretend to climb up a pine tree. Grab the branch, climb all the way up your pine tree, up to the tippy top, and then look out on the world. Wow! We can see so far from the top of this pine let's do a little rhyme and activity where you're gonna do what I do. So, I'm gonna say evergreen, evergreen, evergreen. And you're gonna pat your legs with me and then do a movement at the end. Ready? Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen tea. Can you sip some tea? Great. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen knee. Can you point to your knee? Knee rhymes with tea. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen wreath. Make your arms into a big circular wreath. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen teeth. Show me your teeth. Great. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen cone. Make your pine cone. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen phone. Ring, ring. Hello? Great. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen branch. Show me your branches. Evergreen, evergreen, avalanche. Oh no. Great. Evergreen, evergreen, evergreen round. Evergreen, evergreen, sit on the ground. Great job rhyming and pretending to be evergreen trees. Now, let's do some counting on the felt board. Ready? Down around the corner in an evergreen tree sat a wee little, do you know what this is? Chickadee, a wee little chickadee looking at me. How many animals do you see? One animal. Down around the corner in an evergreen tree sat a wee little squirrel looking at me. Now how many animals do you see? 1, 2. 2 animals in the evergreen tree. Down around the corner in an evergreen tree sat a wee little woodpecker looking at me. Now how many animals do you see? 1, 2, 3 animals in this tree. Down around the corner in an evergreen tree sat a wee little chipmunk looking at me. Now how many animals do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little animals in this tree. Down around the corner in an evergreen tree sat a wee little owl. Now looking at me. Now how many animals are in the tree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 animals sitting in this evergreen tree. Great job! Good counting. All right, let's do some more songs and rhymes about evergreens. To do this, we're going to stand back up. Ready? Let's stand up. Okay, let's do a couple more rhymes and songs about evergreens and pine trees. So let's start with a little song. You're gonna dance with me. Ready? Trees are short, trees are tall. Some drop their leaves in the fall. Trees are fat, some trees are thin, with windows where the sun looks in. Some trees are big, some trees are small, but evergreen trees are the best of all. Great job! Now, let's do a little rhyme about being a little pine tree. Can you become a little pine tree with me? Become a little pine tree. Great. I'm a little pine tree. As you can see, all the other pine trees are bigger than me. Maybe when I grow up, then I'll be a great, big, merry holiday tree. In summertime, my branches are a place for birds to nest. In autumn, my branches are a place for birds to find food and rest. And now it's winter time here. I hope to glisten bright with snow and holiday cheer. Great job singing and dancing with me. That's it, that's all I have. Great job. So this winter, go out, take a hike. If you come to Clay Pit Ponds, you could take the Orange Trail to Clay Pit Pond, and there is a Pine Barrens. It's the only Pine Barrens in New York City. You can see the Virginia pine there, and it's a nice spot of green in the winter time when all the other branches and all the other trees around are just brown. So check that out. I hope you learned a lot about evergreens this week. Now it's time to say our goodbye song. Ready? We clap to say goodbye. We clap to say goodbye. With our friends in story time, we clap and say goodbye. We wave to say goodbye. We wave to say goodbye. With our friends in story time, we wave and say goodbye. We stomp to say goodbye. We stomp to say goodbye. With our friends in story time, we stomp and say goodbye. Great job, everyone. Check out our Facebook for the craft and activity this week.